Like the title said, this is going to be an unorganized rant about the Transformers franchise and my relationship with it. Starting off with the original 80s cartoon. I never watched it, but in true younger sibling fashion, I watched a couple episodes over OBS's shoulder. For some reason, I distinctly remember the theme song. So once when I was in first grade, I was singing it quietly in class. When the boy behind me heard, he said, "You know about Transformers?" And I was like, "Yeah!" And then I thought I was really cool for the rest of the week for that.
Inhibitor shells! My equilibrium destabilized!
Megatron has fallen! I, Starscream, am now your leader!
The other thing I remember from the show, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong on this, but I randomly remember one episode where Ratchet and Starscream team up. Starscream was kicked out of the Decepticons for trying to overthrow Megan again, and Ratchet failed the Autobots and banished himself for his failure to live up to the Autobot name or something like that. Maybe my mind is playing tricks on me, I don't know, but I remember this being a plot, and if it's not a plot, it would be a good plot. Now let's talk about the Michael Bay movies, I guess. I watched the first two, and they were mid. I don't know, I lacked the charm of the cartoons, and all the Transformers looked the same. I know some people really like the Michael Bay movies. They just didn't do it for me. There were some really cool moments though that I liked, I guess. I don't know. They were cool. The walking into the power lines was that was funny. That made sense. Good. That was a funny. The Mountain Dew Decepticon, that was also a funny. So it's got two funnies. That's great. The fight at the beginning with Bumblebee was cool. Yeah, that's it. I don't have anything else to say about that. It was neat. I liked it. 10 out of 12. Jazz's death. I'm still not over it, okay? That was leave me alone. But I think we can all agree the best thing to come out of the Bay movies were the memes.
Shut up, Grandma!
eBay.
Speaking of live action, the Bumblebee movie was good. I love the first 5 minutes and seeing all the Transformers and their classic designs, but in live action. That was amazing. Great. 10 out of 9. Soundwave was great. Always love to see a good version of Soundwave.
Optimus! Decepticons, attack!
B losing his voice was great. Sad, but you know, you love to see it. You hate to see it, but you love to see it. You know what I mean?
Tell me where your friends are hiding.
I'll never talk.
Is that right? Then let's make it official.
Moving on. The majority of this video will be about the version of the show that I grew up with, Transformers Prime. I watched it once as a kid, once in high school, and I just rewatched it with USB. And honestly, it got better every time I watched it.
Ratchet, what are you doing? That was a Decepticon minor.
Where to even start with this show? The first few times watching it, I skipped a lot of the episodes that I found boring or irrelevant. But now that I'm grown and not as stupid, I genuinely enjoyed every episode, even the ones with Ultra Magnus in it. The story was mature, entertaining, and funny.
Optimus, you want to see something funny?
No.
The cinematography is creative and engaging. The action sequences were fun and consistent.
My destiny. This isn't how it's supposed to end.
On the contrary, Megatron. I could not have allowed this to end otherwise.
And the voice acting is just incredible. I didn't watch it as it came out, but I did go to McDonald's while it was new, and I got this little Starscream. Look at him. Look at the little guy. Little violent Decepticon. Little coward. Also, I need to mention that they coked with the Soundwave scene. Imagine being a lifelong fan of this groovy guy, and then the one and only thing to come out of his mouth is his catchphrase before he blue screens himself. Awesome. Also, I'm going to take a moment to explain a conspiracy fan theory thingy that I have had for Transformers Prime. Okay, so you know the show Voltron Legendary Defender that Netflix came out with, right? Okay, it's so good. minus the last 2 seasons. But anyways, in the show, there's this character named Takashi Shiroge. I'm just gonna call him Shiro like the show does. Anyways, sometime in the near future, he's sent on the first manned mission to Pluto, where he gets captured by aliens and forced to fight in a gladiator arena. You could probably see where I'm going with this. Jackson Darby grows up to be Shiro from Voltron. Now let me have the kitchen because I need to cook. Here are some reasons why they're the same person. Number 1, they look similar. Number 2, the timeline roughly matches up. Number 3, it's implied that Jack works for the military after the events of Prime, so it makes sense that he would join the Space Force and become a pioneer space traveler, especially considering the fact that he's already been to Cybertron. 4, oh yeah, probably the most important piece of evidence, they have the same voice actor.
I can't believe it. I'm actually on another planet. RC, this is incredible.
Okay, enough with the bad sound effects. Besides, it's more like blam, blam, blam.
Number 5, both shows have to do with giant robots, so it makes sense why being the head of Voltron would come so naturally to Shiro. And number 6, lastly, both shows are based off of original shows that came out in the 80s. That's some meta information, but it works for me. And if it's not Jack himself, then maybe in the future, him and Miko got together and had a kid, and Shiro is the kid instead. It would explain the timeline differences and also explain Shiro's Japanese heritage. Okay, so as USB and I were rewatching Prime, I recorded snippets of reaction to send to a friend, but I think they're pretty funny, so here's some highlights.
Really? It thinks this bag is a face, but I want to see them. Okay, come on, that's it. Yeah! I love Dreadwing now. Oh, no! Oh! Is this different?
Yes.
What? Ew! Oh. Okay, I like that.
But it's not
No! He has to punch Megan! Oh, that was clean.
That was kind of cool.
That was clean.
Imagine that being the last.
Yeet! Oh my goodness!
Oh.
Oh! Oh!
Bro is a. Bro's oh my goodness.
Stop! These two are so good.
Why are these?
Whoa! Yeah, oh my.
Whoa, Bryce,
What?
he has had enough.
Landed on their feet. Ooh! Smart. No!
No.
We needed that.
Simmer down about the whole Prime thing.
You're
People are gonna get suspicious.
You're simping a little too hard. It's sus.
Oh no! No!
In fact, why don't you tag along?
Hey, whoa!
Whoa. Hey, yo! Bro is distressed. Is he gonna open a portal? No shot. No!
He's too good.
Oh my god! I feel like Fives would be a Decepticon.
The mutation.
I didn't know Soundwave was a troll.
Scrap this. Soundwave is no ordinary Cybertronian, inside or out. So I would strongly suggest
He's
opening
constructed
him up so
alternatively.
we can have a first-hand look at the information recorded on his drives.
Whoa. Whoa! Oh no, Steve! No, Steve! Steve! Yes. Yes. No. 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 No.
Steve.
No. What do you want? You're so. What is... Okay. We're getting on my lap. Come here, sit down. Oh, he looks so sad.
You don't need to say anything.
That was. I hate. Oh, stop! Don't give me that face.
I never did.
Take Nico with. Stop. Stop. These two need to
How's
break
mom?
up. Stop. The nemesis.
The nurses.
The nemesis.
It is with deepest gratitude.
The nemesis. The nemesis.
Well, my
Do I have to mention Robots in Disguise now? This show makes me genuinely so angry. They dare say that this is a sequel to Prime, but everything from the art style, tone, story, and age demographic is just different. There's no point in saying these two shows are related unless you wanted to make the older fans angry. Ugh, I hate it so much. In Prime, the Decepticons kidnapped a man and tortured him over the course of like a dozen episodes until they turned him into a zombie, and he thanked them for letting him die. So naturally, the sequel to such a mature show would be this.
B, is this you?
Why? I guess there are a brief couple things I like from the sequel show. Soundwave comes in, and he's pretty menacing. I'll give him that much. Secondly, I like Starscream. They referenced his original design and story, but also upgraded him to make him look more like his 80s design. So that was cool. I like the change. It was good. It fits his character. Unlike some designs, the show is unredeemable. I don't even remember most of it. I don't even know if I finished it. I might have. If I did, I wiped it from my memory. Not even a I needed that can make this show enjoyable.
Ratchet.
Undertow, careful! I need that!
Bro, you're the one that dropped it. What do you mean?
I guess one moment I actually smiled at was what I assume was a Star Trek reference. So that was neat. I like that.
Its first deployment seems to have yielded mixed results.
I'm a medic, not an inventor!
I'm a doctor, not an engineer. No, I'm a doctor, not a mechanic. I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer. I'm a doctor, not a coal miner.
Okay, so in Transformers, why is Cliff Jumper always the one to die first in these things? I don't... What did he do? Other than being voiced by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I guess I also did try that one version of Transformers on Netflix, the War on Cybertron. It was lame and boring and lame. But the subplot with Ratchet was cool. Okay, so he's in charge of this field hospital place, and a patient is brought in, but they realize that it's a Decepticon. But Ratchet remembers the Hippocratic Oath for some reason and is all like, nah, you can't hurt him. He's under my care. I'm going to heal him because he's my patient. And then through that experience, the little Decepticon starts to work for Ratchet as a way to repay him. Neat stuff, good plot. But that's all I remember. I got through 6 episodes of it and then was like, this is boring. Okay, and lastly, I want to talk about the new Transformers 1 movie. At the time of filming this, it's Friday, the weekend the Transformers 1 movie come out. At the time of filming this, it's Friday, the weekend that the Transformers 1 movie came out. I just saw it with a friend, and I have to say, 7 out of 10, it was really, really good. I don't know how to talk about something without spoiling it, so click away now if you don't want spoilers. First off, I hate the lack of metal sounds. Oh my word, the characters move, but they're so quiet. They have no sound. Take Transformers Prime, for example. When the characters walk around, they make little metal noises. But in this, there's just there's a bit at the beginning when Orion is sneaking around and it's silent. I don't get it. I love the metal noises. Where are the little metal noises? Secondly, bro, I screamed when I saw Jazz on screen. That was hilarious. Third, there's a reference to the Steve meme. I don't know if it's in other versions of Transformers, but in Prime, we always called the background Decepticon Steve, and there's a throwaway gag where this one character is named Steve, and I thought that was really funny. Fourth, I loved the Starscream intro. The movie was kind of slowing down by this point, but when Starscream and the other Decepticons came in, the movie really picked up again. Fifth, so Orion and D16 are Energon miners, and they keep calling them miners. It's so funny to me. There's one line that I just died listening to. One guy goes, "You were a great miner." Bro, there are so many memes that can come from them constantly calling them miners. It's unlimited, the possibilities here. I think at one point someone even goes he's just a miner. It's so funny. 6. The birth of Optimus and Megatron happening at the same time, but at different places, was really neat. I really like that bit a lot. 7th, I'm gonna put some words on the screen because my mom might watch this video, so I don't want to say them, but this is a PG movie, and these 2 words are said a lot. I was really surprised by that. I was also surprised when B starts killing people, for fun, and when Megatron tears the guy in half and it's all shown on screen. I mean, I love it, don't get me wrong. I'm just a little surprised by it. We grew up watching Prime, so yeah, it's time for kids to have a not baby version of Transformers. Lastly, I was joking with my friend the entire time. So we went to see it on Friday during the day, so there were no little kids there. And we basically had the theater to ourselves. Apart from laughing every time someone was called a minor and screaming when we saw someone we recognized, I kept making this joke that it was directed by Michael Bay. You know, because of the meme. You know, this meme. Anyways, we get to the credits, and guess what pops up on the screen? Produced by Michael Bay. Bro, we lost it after that. It was such a good time. 7 out of 10 movie, 10 out of 10 experience. I love Transformers.
How's it humming?